Hi, my name's Wayne, and in just 18 days, I will be added to the list of retired military homeless people. Why? It's because of a reverse mortgage on this house that I live in, that I've been living in for 6 years. I am a retired U.S. Navy, 23 years, served in different various locations, even served in Vietnam with the Assault Group River Division 92 and 91, Riveron 9, 1968, 1969 I was there. In the Dom Tam, we operated with the 9th Infantry, 4th of the 47th. We used to give them gun support. We had a 65-foot boat that was loaded with any kind of weapon you could possibly think about. Well, one day we went out and we got caught in a horseshoe crossfire, and that was the day that I got hit. May the 29th, 1968, I got hit by enemy fire, and I was lucky because I kept all my limbs, legs, etc. But for that action that day, I received the Bronze Medal with Combat V and the Purple Heart. That just gives you an idea of who I am. I'm 75 years old, and I live here in Gloucester Point, Virginia. And the reason why I'm having trouble is because Rita, my wife of almost 5 years, she passed away June the 13th of 2013, just a few months back, and the house was in her name and her name only. My name was not on the deed, and she couldn't do much of anything because she had a back injury, and she received a back injury. We went to Dover, Delaware Casino. We used to love going there, and we was there for 2 days, and she slipped and fell in the bathtub, did severe damage to her back. We got her back home. She had several operations on her back, which did nothing but keep her in pain, and on a pain level from 1 to 10, she was in constant pain of 4 to 5. And then she had to get a pacemaker put in because she had a bad heart. And then from that, she was on oxygen 24/7. So she couldn't do nothing. I was the laundry maid, the housekeeper, the doctor, the nurse, hauling her back and forth, and the cook, you name it, I did it, 7/24. And many a times I would get woke up in the middle of the night, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, because she was in such pain, and I got up. Not that I'm complaining, because when we got married in the church, and you take an oath before God, in sickness and in health, so help you God. So I took an oath before God, so I'm not complaining about that. But she took this here reverse mortgage out while we were married, and on the 2 days that I was in North Carolina visiting my children and my grandchildren. Well, anyhow, since she passed away, that means the mortgage is due. But they give you a few months to try and sell the house. So she had 2 daughters from a previous marriage, and they were beautiful people till 3 days after the funeral. So they started pressuring me, not physically, but by mouth, and it forced me out. I just said, okay, I'm gone. I'm going down to see the kids for a while. So I took some stuff and I left. And 22 days later, I did return to the house, but I couldn't get in because they had changed the locks, put the house up for sale. So I got a hold of a lawyer, And she says, you got every right because you're the next of kin. You got more right to that house than they have. So anyhow, they got me in the house through the realtor. They gave me a key, and the house, there was nothing in here. It was stripped clean. They had taken everything. My new gas generator, $1,100. All my outside display, I used to put up a big Christmas display and everything. They took everything. My blankets, my quilts, my comfort sets, you name it, they took it. And that's been 8 months ago. And I filed a claim against it. But 8 months ago, I still don't have it in my possession. But I went through different agencies, and Champion Mortgage is the one that's holding the lien on the house. I tried talking with them, and they won't talk to me. They says, in order for me to tell you anything, you got to be the administrator of the estate. I says, why can't you put me on a reverse mortgage so I can live there for the rest of my life, and I'll pay you $500, $600, $700 a month on a mortgage. We can't talk to you. They refuse to answer my phone calls. They refuse to answer my letters. So I've checked with different organizations, like the Veterans Administration. I checked with HUD, same thing, nothing. You can send emails, you can call them all day long, leave your numbers there, and they will not answer your emails or your numbers. Why? So I'm asking for help from anybody that might have a solution to this problem, but we only got 18 days that I can remain in this house. I'll pay the insurance, I'll pay the county taxes like I have been paying, just to live here. Well, I've been living here for the last 6 years now. We had to have a new roof on. So I called some friends of mine over, and they took a look at it, and they recommended this there one boy that put shingles on the roof. So he come over and gave me a price of almost $6,000, and I said, do it. So he did it. And he put the shingles on, and who paid for it? I did. Almost $6,000. Then we got a leak around the chimney, fireplace, so I had to get that fixed. That cost me another $550. Plus, I'm taking care of Rita 724. Plus, I'm maintaining the yard. And then the house needed painting inside, so Rita did pay for the paint. And I painted the inside the house. And they want me out of my house. I just consider I got a right to stay here and live here. Because I paid so much money, I've been paying the taxes on it. I've been paying utility bills, the water bills, the electric bills, the gas bill. You can check with Phillips Gas, and they'll tell you that they had me on the budget plan, and I was paying them $127 a month year-round for the last 3 years. So, and they tell, you can check the last 4 digits of my credit card is on the taxes, is on the insurance, is on the fuel bill, what you name it, they'll see it was paid with my credit card. So all I'm asking is for a little bit of payback. I think it's time. I served my country for 23 years. That was my choice. But then I took fire and took damage from them and had to get my 2 legs, knees replaced and get my hip replaced. My bones are old for a 75-year-old. I think the United States owes me a little bit, you know? And they could do this. Now they're talking they got $600 million for homeless veterans. Where is it? If they can send billions and millions of dollars to these foreign countries for AIDS, why can't they send $160,000 to Wayne so he can live in comfort for how many years? How long? But anyhow, that's my complaint. I want to live here. I want to stay here. I don't want it for free. I'm more than willing to pay for it. I get my 2 retirements every month. I'm able to handle my situation. All I'm asking for is just a little help with these here people in power to bring them down a little bit, make them understand, make them realize that I should be on that mortgage. I have paid my share for this house. Thank you for listening.